What's poppin', everybody? Appreciate you guys checking in. We in here midweek. Bye week's done. Now we're leading up to the Jags. Man, we're going to chop it up, talk to everybody about what's kind of going on this week. Obviously, we got some news. I haven't been able to get on here for a minute. Went on a little bit of vacay with the old man and the brothers, stuff like that, and took my own little bye week. But some stuff went down. Obviously, Tyler Lockett, he was signed on. We want to talk about that just a little bit. Obviously, some players that might be involved in some trade rumors. Could something like that go down this week? We'll talk about that. But we're also going to hit you guys with a little bit of game film. Obviously, you guys know last week, we definitely some glitching going on with YouTube. They kind of hit us, but we're going to try to go back to this vertical, zoom in, and see if it works a little bit. It's only about 10 plays or so, 9-10 plays, but we definitely want to show you some things that I think, not necessarily looking at players, right? We have enough game film to know what the players are doing, and if something does spark where someone just pops off the game film, we'll go ahead and take a look at it. But at the end of the day, if there's things that we need to continue to correct, that we have a full bye week to start to sharpen things up, I want to see it improve coming out against the Jags. And so we're definitely going to show some things, and we'll see if YouTube lets us do it. So we're going to go back to this vertical, see if it works out, have a little bit of fun. Hopefully you guys appreciate it. But before I get to the chat, man, I appreciate my guy Severe popping up with me. Chris isn't going to join us today. He had something going on, but he'll rock with us over the weekend, man. But he'll be back after we're done here. Make sure you guys go hit up Chris, Protect Show Podcast. Go hit that sub button. Go hit that like, the whole thing. Go hit him up. But, man, Severe, I know you and Pharaoh were on last night. Maybe it wasn't – I don't know how late you guys went, but I think it was over – was it late? I think it was late. Yeah. I got my days mixed up being out.
It's always late. It's always late.
Bro, like I will know you guys went on. I'll pop in for a minute, and it's like I'm about to go to sleep, and I grab my phone. I'm like, holy shit, it's 1 o'clock in the goddamn morning. What the hell is going on? But what's going on, man? How you feeling?
Man, feeling as good as one can be, rooting for the Raiders, I guess. So all I can do, man. That's all I can do right now, man. Just look toward the future. Look toward the future.
I'll be real, man. And I shout out to everybody that's kind of rolling in with us. This was a weird week because I typically, even through the bye week, I would have this kind of like anxiousness to want to jump on and like do a video or do a live or something like that. Just like, hey, like I just want to hit everybody up, right? And I was sitting there going, damn, I even forgot we still played. I'll be down. Like for a quick minute, I was like, damn, the season's still going on, right? Because at this point, there's so many mixed emotions as to, do we still want to win? Do we still want to see a bunch of improvement? Like what happens if there's a massive shakeup with like a guy like Jacoby? It's like, where is this season really going at this point? And what do we really want as fans to really happen moving forward? So yeah, it's a weird moment right now. But shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody that still rocks out with us, that gets up in the chat, that views afterwards, man. We definitely appreciate everybody in the building. I'm going to say what's up to people just kind of rocking in, people that are in the chat. ASAP, I see you, man. I see the novels you are ripping through. I appreciate you popping in here. If you could just tone down the novels, because I definitely want to get to everybody else just so I could see everybody else hitting up the chat, man. But if I got to scroll through 20 comments, bro, it makes it a little bit difficult. So if you could just kind of slow it down a little bit, man, I would definitely appreciate it. What up, Isaiah? What's going on, man? I know. I think you're talking to ASAP or Piano Man. But Isaiah, man, I appreciate you rocking with us. Man, Ran Dirt, what's going on, brother? Appreciate you. Emily, always in the building. Emily, I hope you are surviving the bye week. I know you say it how it is. We appreciate you rocking with us. What up, Dre? What's going on, man? Appreciate you in the building. Sacktown, what's happening, man? Good seeing you. Kevin Lurker in the building as well. What's going on? Yaya in the building. Appreciate you. We got Daniel as well. What's going on, man? Dixon in the building. Now, I'm just waiting for LS because now I definitely got to screen the chat, man. I appreciate you rocking with us. VBs, what's going on? Appreciate you in the building as well, man. Look, we got some things we definitely got to touch on. We're gonna, if we can kind of sneak it in later in the live, we're gonna talk about the Jazz game, kind of leading up to it. But here's my thing: we definitely want to take a look at a little bit of game film. So we're gonna jump that in just a second. But I definitely want to get chat your guys' feedback on this. But Severe, man, I want to get yours as well. Again, I know you guys talked about it quite a bit, but I haven't had a chance to, and I'm going to kind of go ahead and share the screen. And we're going to talk about Tyler Lockett. Obviously, we brought on Tyler Lockett. Let me go ahead and do this. Bang. Hopefully it works. Bang, we got it up. Chat, let me know what your thoughts on Tyler Lockett. What do you think this means for anybody else on the roster? What do you think this means for this offense? Obviously, we haven't had receivers really kind of get gelling. What do you guys think this means for this offense? Do you think Tyler Lockett's going to be able to help us, man? Let me throw it to my guy, Severe, man. What are your thoughts, man? Tyler Lockett, now part of the Las Vegas Raiders.
I mean, I don't see the point of it, to be honest with you. Tyler Lockett, he's, I think, a 33-year-old receiver who the Seahawks didn't want to bring back. Then he goes to the Titans, who are probably the worst offense in the league, and he couldn't really get any run with them. Couldn't really make an impact with that team, and not like they have like a wealth of weapons over there that they need to take advantage of if they need to get on the field. Not even like they even have a lot of young receivers that they would conceivably have to get on the field. So for the fact that he couldn't even like really crack the rotation at wide receiver over there, and I actually had to ask for his release so he can go somewhere where he can potentially have an opportunity to play, I think that kind of says it all. I think he's done. I don't think he's going to have a major impact with us. He might have maybe one renaissance game left in him, but other than that, I don't expect much from Tyler Lockett.
I'm with you. Man, Sacktown, I'm not sure if I said what's up to you, man. I apologize if I didn't, man. What up, Sacktown? Appreciate you popping in. We all see Bernadette in here. Appreciate you. Guys, also make sure, if you guys didn't know, hit up our guy Chris, Pick Show Podcast, the 1/3 of the Raider War Room. Appreciate you guys. You got the Severe Raider over here. Make sure you guys go hit him up. I'm 805 Raider, Real Talk Raider Nation. We appreciate you guys hitting us up, in this, extended bye week a little bit. Now it's actually game week, and so we'll talk about the Jags in a second. We appreciate you guys popping in. Dre, you're saying, look, if Tyler Lockett can get Geno to throw the ball accurate, I'm all for it. They do obviously have that connection from being in Seattle. You can't deny that. VBs, you're saying this is a blanket sign to help Geno get stabilized. Lockett lost his job to
Njigba.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
JSN.
Yeah, and Cam Ward is a bust. So good pick up. Cam Ward's a bust. It's tough to call somebody a bust year one as a rookie, but it's not looking too hot over there. I will agree. What up, Mealtime Gaming? Two stocked with throwing out a super chat. Appreciate you. Pete showing he has no clue how to build a team. No one can argue that. I mean, at least with us. Let's do that, right? At least with us. In the past, he's been able to kind of build, and the success is undeniable that he's had in other places. But here, man, it is tough. But two stacks, I appreciate you throwing a super chat out there. Also, guys, if you guys don't know, myself as well as Severe, we also have dropped some membership. If you guys want to support the channel, we definitely appreciate it. We appreciate all of our subscribers. We do a sub-only chat. We definitely appreciate everybody that does become members of the channel. We definitely appreciate y'all. Two stacks, we appreciate the super chat. Dixon, he said, I know he's a Pete guy, but seems like Chip has been pounding the table for another receiver. Maybe. And we might talk about Aiden O'Connell. All right, but I appreciate you popping in here. Let me know what you think about Tyler Lockett. Here's my thing with Tyler Lockett. Is Severe, we've talked about it before. I kind of thought that bringing in Tyler Lockett at the beginning of the season would have been a great pickup, just because of to Dre's comment, like he has the familiarity with Geno. If you did this at the beginning of training camp, right around maybe draft time, free agency opening up, it would have made some sense that you may have to pay a little bit more. I get that. But here's the thing is Geno Smith now, Tyler Lockett could have been Geno Smith's kind of safety blanket at the beginning of the season, right? He's got that chemistry down. One of the hardest things to kind of get is between quarterback and receiver is just the timing and chemistry.
Yeah.
And so bring him in. He could be Geno's safety blanket. He could help on third downs. I mean, we have been atrocious. We have been horrible on third downs. Tyler Lockett could have came in and been a little bit of a safety blanket on third down for Geno Smith. So it could have helped in the beginning. Not to say that he was going to be this flashy deep threat anymore, but just having that chemistry you could have had a safety blanket. So it could have made all the sense in the world at the beginning of the season. But getting him now, I think, tells us a lot of different things. Is one, they might have the chemistry, but the thing is that now Tyler Lockett has to come in and learn Chip's offense. That's going to take 2-3 weeks just to learn Chip's offense and just be familiar with the play calls. It's not about whether or not you understand the route concepts. All the route concepts tend to be very similar across the league, right? A post route's a post route, a slant route's a slant route. But terminology can be very different. The audibles can be very different. Not understanding what Chip Kelly's intention is on a certain play can be very difficult to just grasp right away. So we might not see what Tyler Lockett can really be for Geno in 2-3 weeks. And by that time, we're now week 11. What's the point?
Exactly.
It's like, yeah, he might get 2-3 catches this game, and the thing is it might be limited. I'd be curious how many snaps he gets in the next couple of weeks, because not only do we have, and he came onto the team 2 days ago, I think it's when they announced the signing.
Yeah.
So 2 days ago means he's got to get into the building. He's got to study the playbook. We're on a short week against the Broncos next week.
Yeah.
And so we may not know what Tyler Lockett actually brings to this locker room, this receiver room, by week 11-ish. And by that time, if we lose the next 2 games, it's a wrap. What's the point?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so before I get to my second point, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think it's going to take Tyler Lockett a little bit of time to kind of really just get gelling with this offense?
Yeah, I think it's going to take some time, as you said. The timing aspect with Geno, they played together for long enough where that should come fairly quickly. But understanding his place in this offense, especially being a slot receiver in this offense, I think he's listed on the depth chart. Don't know if this will remain the case, but as a backup slot receiver behind Jacoby Myers. So just learning that position and the Chip Kelly offense, which is a little bit more demanding. There's more blocking that goes on. Obviously, sometimes he has his slot receivers pull. They're lead blockers on some runs. So just learning those aspects of things, I think that could take some time. But hey, week 11, at that point we'll have the Chiefs right where we want them. We'll have the Chiefs right where we want them, baby. But in my opinion, it just doesn't make a lot of sense with the timing. As you spoke about the timing before, we have other young guys on the team and young guys on the practice squad. It doesn't make a lot of sense to bring this guy in this late in the season where the season looks to be lost. So what is the signing really doing for us?
And you kind of lead it into the point that I kind of wanted to make. And so, Emily, you're saying the autumn. When is a Geno interception? That's brutal. What up, Jeff? What's going on, brother? Appreciate you popping in with here. Jeff, hey, we're going to try to do a little bit of game film. We're going to try to do a little bit. Only got about 9-10 plays. We're going to see just how it works out. Obviously, we all know last time it just shut us off. We went back to the vertical. We're going to get a little bit of game film in. We're going to see how it works out, man. Appreciate you popping in. Dre, speaking on doing something since training camp, Darian Porter should have started all year. All right, you're talking about a little bit of Darian Porter. Red Dirt, you're saying timing doesn't make sense. I'd rather see them work Besh more into the offense.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in just a second. Let's see. VBs, you're saying throwing to, I think you're saying Besh. Throwing to Besh is a wasted down. If you play Besh, you're tanking for draft position. How many years are we going to do this? Jason, no phone and show. No phone and show over here. But what up, Jason? Appreciate you popping in with us. Dixon, week 11, when the season starts, per Pete Carroll, right? This is Johnny Valencia. What's going on, brother? What up, Rosetown? What's going on, man? Kevin Lurker, Lockett will coach up the youth. That's about it. And so, and that's what he should have been at the beginning of the season. Right, and that's why it made all the sense in the world to bring in a veteran like that. Now, obviously, you have Jacoby. He's a veteran, so he's going to help out too. But it made all the sense in the world to potentially bring in Lockett if we truly were in a win-now mode, that Pete Carroll wanted to kind of get this thing rolling. So But again, to Severe's point, and a point that was just made out of the chat is we're 2-5. You drafted Jack Besh, Deontay Thornton. Why? I don't want to see Tyler Lockett steal snaps. I want these guys to get as many reps as possible to figure out, not to see that these, not because these kids are going to be good, not because Besh is going to all of a sudden become an amazing receiver or Deontay Thornton's going to be an amazing receiver. I want to know, John Spytek, were you right with these picks? I want to know, are these picks going to pan out to a second round overall, or a second round pick? Is Deontay Thornton going to turn into that deep threat guy that we all knew we needed? We needed a true deep threat guy, a potential number one receiver. All these guys are going to work out. But if you bring in Tyler Lockett and now he's stealing 60, 70% of the snaps, and now we don't see Besh on the field, we don't see Deontay Thornton, that questions whether or not John Spytek is actually a good GM, a good eye of talent. And that's really what's going to piss me off, because it's going to be just another wasted year. And Pete Carroll, I'm telling you, and I think somebody made a comment in our live last time is, I think they said next year we're going to sniff the playoffs. No, I want to sniff the playoffs this year. We got a 74-year-old head coach. Like, this is the year to sniff the playoffs and potentially make the playoffs. But now you're bringing in Tyler Lockett. Is he just going to steal snaps from the youth? And that's really what's going to piss me off, man. So, Severe, what's your thoughts on that as a whole? Do you think Tyler Lockett is going to steal snaps? I don't know what the contract is. I don't know if the numbers came out. I mean, we could get him for dirt cheap, and he's just another body. But do you think Tyler Lockett is going to just steal snaps? And now we just really don't see how these younger guys develop.
I sincerely hope not. I hope this is merely, I hope this is a precursor to Jacoby Myers being traded and them just wanting to have another veteran presence in that room to kind of help the young guys along, give them pointers, coach them up, act as a kind of a mentor. We already know, Tyler Lockett is as clean as they come. Guy was a virgin till he was 30 years old or something like that. So he's clean as a whistle. His background is good. So we don't have to worry about that guy, going to Vegas and wilding out or anything like that. So, he's a perfect guy to kind of step in and take over as the big brother for some of these young receivers, whether it be Besh or Thornton or even like Shedrick, who was on the practice squad, or I always forget the converted tight end we have that we turned from a wide receiver to a tight end back to a wide receiver. Like, even if it's him, like any of these guys, like that he's a guy that can come in and kind of help them along and help with their development. So I'm leaning toward this being a sign that Jacoby is on the way out. But if Tyler Lockett is getting any kind of meaningful snaps over any of these young guys, that is a complete failure. It's complete waste, and it's dereliction of duty by everybody in the organization, whether that be the GM, whether that be the head coach, the offensive coordinator, the wide receiver. It's just a failure by everybody, because there's no reason in the world that we should be playing Tyler Lockett when we have all of these young guys that need development, and time on task is the best way to get that development.
I'm with you 100%, man. I think the chat kind of all agrees a little bit at the same time. And let's do this. So I'm going to do and Jeff, no, not practice game film. God damn, we're going to have actual game film. But again, as I kind of set this up, right underneath that, Severe, if you want to shout out some of the chat, I think you hit some stars. Shout out the chat. I'm going to set it up. We're going to do some game film. Again, the game film is all going to be about just things that I think this coaching staff needs to improve on, not personnel. We all know we point out who sucks, right? And who's doing well, so on and so forth. But this is really to point out things that this coaching staff needs to improve, and maybe some things that you don't see when the play is actually going on. And so I definitely want to point some things out. So I'm going to set it up, man. Let me go back up and remove this. Severe, man, if you want to say what's up to the rest of the people, the new people that come in the chat, man, go for it while I set this thing up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Salute to my guy, my 2 cents. Tommy Moda was cracking, fellas from the Yay area. Well, what's up, man? Hoping for some greener pastures. Frank Weber, Yeah, exactly. Like doing this now, it doesn't make sense. And obviously, Tyler Lockett, I think there was some interest in Tyler Lockett early on. Namely from Pete Carroll. This is what I'm saying, man. Like we give a lot of smoke to Chip Kelly, but if you look at all these transactions, especially on the offensive side of the ball, Pete Carroll is having a very heavy hand in a lot of stuff going on the offensive side of the ball. So, and we heard about his recruiting of Amari Cooper, tried to bring Lockett over, obviously Geno Smith. A lot of the offensive staff are guys that are either related to Pete Carroll or have worked with Pete Carroll in the past, whether that be the offensive line coach, the assistant offensive line coach, the quarterbacks coach, the assistant quarterbacks coach. I think the offensive quality control guy, another like coaching operations guy, like a lot of guys involved in very important positions on the offensive side of the ball. They have ties to Pete Carroll, so he's having a very heavy hand when it comes to the offensive side of the ball. So it's my guy Jason. What's good? Yeah, real shot. Hey man, we else keep it real over here, baby. You know what it is. And Chewy, salute.
Cool. Is that all the new people coming in?
Yeah, looks like everybody.
Cool, man. Good deal, man. Hey, again, guys, we're gonna go over just a little bit of game film. Let's just hope nothing gets weird like it did last time. All right, we're gonna rock this out. That's why we're in the vertical. We're gonna kind of go back. We're gonna see how it works out. But remember, if you guys can, hit that hashtag Raiders. If you have a comment on the play itself, or you have a question, hit that hashtag Raiders. It catches my eye. Definitely appreciate it. But again, what I want to showcase, we're going to go defense first and we're going to go offense. But look, we know that we're not very good. We know that our talent is very suspect. We're not doing a good job coaching. We have been very, very predictable on offense. And so, and look, we're not adjusting well on defense. And so we understand that personnel-wise, we're struggling. Geno's throwing a lot of interceptions, right? But there's one thing that we can do, there's one thing that the coaching staff can do to help them kind of overcome the lack of talent that we have. And one of the things that you can do is coach them. Make sure they're prepared. Make sure that they understand their assignments and they recognize formations. I'm going to showcase some things that I think that, yes, we could talk a lot of crap about the players, but this coaching staff, as we've seen with the Commanders and everything else, coaching staff needs to get their act together. And if we continue to see these type of flaws and these type of just errors on the defensive side, man, we are going to be in trouble and more trouble than we already are. And so, and last thing I'll say is, as much as we evaluate players, you got to evaluate coaches. Do we want to hang on to some of these coaches as time goes on? This is some of the things that we also have to evaluate as well. So it's not just players, it's also coaches as well. So again, guys, do me a favor, hit that hashtag Raiders if you can. If you do have a comment or a question to these, there's not a lot, probably about 10 plays, 10 plays. And we'll just kind of rip through them and showcase them. So I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. We're going to go defense first. Look, not only are we confused on defense, we're not adjusting quickly. We're lazy. This is early in the game. It's not like it's fourth quarter and the defense has been on the field all game long. This is first quarter. And I just want to show, I want you guys to see if one of your leaders on the defense has this type of urgency to get to where he's supposed to be based on the offense adjusting and the formation switching, this just sends a message across the field. So I'm going to go ahead and play it through. I believe I only have the sky view for it, but I just want to see. I want to show, look, they switched the formation. We got confusion up here. There's a bunch of confusion. And look at Max. Get your ass over there and get in position. And what happens? They rip through and they gain about 8 yards. I believe it was a first down play. And so this is early in the game. So why don't we have just more urgency? Confused. They don't know how to switch. They don't know how to adjust. We're late. Laulu was late to get over. Yeah. Our communication is horrible. And this was a run for a first down. So to me, that's just that's lack of awareness. That's coaching. That's lack of awareness to the defensive players. And then there's zero urgency to get to where you're supposed to be, and you give up a first down, man. Severe, any thoughts on that?
I mean, I don't know why they're switching at that point. I mean, like, if you're going to try to – if you feel the need to switch that late in the play, you might as well just stay static. You might as well stay as is and just run the defense as you're running it right there. I mean, not like there's a whole lot of matchup differences. It looked like most of the changes just occurred on the offensive line. Maybe Jeremy Chan needs to get over, but other than that, I would just leave everything else the same. I mean, you're trying to like like that late, it's too late. It's too late to try to change everything. Or if you're gonna do it, it has to be instant. As soon as you see that change in formation, you guys got to already be moving, because like that's how they catch you, like, off guard like that, and then they out leverage you because you're in the middle of trying to swap guys in positions, and then that obviously they get the angle on you, and they're able to essentially do whatever they want to in the run game. So I mean, it just didn't make a whole lot of sense. You got D
No,
tackle coming all the way across formation. Like, why?
yeah, and again, just that's lack of coaching. That's lack of awareness by the players on the field, and it's a lack of effort to get to where you're supposed to be. Why Max is jogging over. The reason why Laulu's late is because Max jogging over, and he's late to see Max, and now he knows I got to adjust.
Exactly.
And so it's just a domino effect. When you half-ass and you're lazy, it's a domino effect amongst all the adjustments that need to go on as soon as that offense makes their audible. So it's just, again, if that's how you start the game, that's going to be a ripple effect throughout the entire game. Chewy, you're saying that's pop ownership right there?
Yeah.
It is. Tommy Mo, you're saying that film was pathetic. It is bad, trust me. But that's why we only got about 9-10 that we're going to showcase, and it's tough. The 805 in the building. What's going on, brother? Good seeing you back in the building. So check this out. Last week, we tried to go full screen. We tried to go back to it. YouTube didn't like it, and they basically they shut the stream down. Let's just put it that way. So we're going back to this. We're going to see what goes down. If the stream does get shut down, guys, you guys know why it is.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if I want to say it too much. So you guys know what it is. But the 805, man.
I'm monitoring it to make sure.
Yeah. So the 805, man, I appreciate you guys. Yeah, let us know if it does happen. So you guys know how we tried it, but it's just tough. So appreciate you popping in, man. Good to see you back in the building. Yeah, Rostown, it's scary without question. What up, Rick? What's going on, man? Appreciate you popping in here. All right, let's see. All right, next one. Again, this is a trend, right? This is all the same game film, okay? You got just lack of awareness, laziness to kind of get to the adjustment. Next one's popping up. I want you to notice. All right. The refs need to give you plenty of time to make any personnel adjustment if the offense makes a personnel adjustment, right? Yeah. So offense makes an adjustment. The ref will get involved to make sure that the defense has ample time to make their adjustment.
Yeah. They'll usually like stand over the ball so it can't be snapped.
Yeah. Oh, we're still, I'm going to go back. We're still running off the field. If you guys can see it, we're running off the field. We're still trying to make our adjustments. We don't know what the hell we're doing, and we go ahead and give up a touchdown.
Yeah, and right to the hole where Thomas Booker and whoever was, and look at Thomas Booker shrugging his shoulders like he's lost, he's confused. Like these guys are swapping places, him and Leaky, and yet still, Leaky still got into the backfield. He didn't make a play.
Yeah, and so here's the thing, is that this is all about awareness on the sideline. This is coaches seeing the personnel change of the offense and then making a very late change into get guys out. And at a certain point, like Severe, you said on just the last play, at a certain point, you don't make the change. If as a coaching staff, if you know you're late to make the change, you don't. Because that's what you get yourself into is you have guys late getting to their spots. Now they're confused. They don't know what the play call is. And now you're sitting inside the 10-yard line. You can't make that type of mistake. Not only can you not make it just anytime in the game or middle of the field, right? Let alone inside your own 10-yard line. You make a mistake like this.
Yeah.
Like this is all on coaching. Again, guys, like I said in the beginning when we started to break down this film, we know players that are struggling. But coaches cannot aid in the struggle when your players are not up to par. And this is kind of what we're seeing. So, and Tommy Moda, yes. If I didn't come off of vacation, I think it was actually on the other one. Hold on, my bad. I'll get to that one. Hold on, I think I saw it. I don't know.
What's bad is that we're going to see more of this. We're going to see more of this because now the teams see, they can't make the adjustments or they're slow to adjust. All right, we're going to test them out. We're going to test them out a few times a game. and see how they adjust, and see if they're able to be quicker or have more urgency on these adjustments. And they'll catch us. Like, hey, that can, maybe they go from second and long to a third and short, and they get a manageable third down out of it, or maybe they get a first down out of it. Maybe potentially a touchdown. Like, they're going to test us on this, and I hope we've made the adjustments especially over the bye week, especially with the veteran coaching staff that we have.
And Tommy Motta found it. Bro, I'd be right there with you right now if I just wasn't on a fishing trip with the old man and brothers for the last 4 days. I drink enough. Detox time for at least the next week or so. But yes, man, watching this game film was rough, without question.
Catch anything out there?
Oh yeah, hey, a bunch of rainbow trout, little stream fishing. We go up and down and we do some stream fishing. We have a good time. Then we ended off in Carson, in Minden, northern Nevada. Watch all day football, play some bets, and then we work our way back down for the next couple of days, the river, and do some fishing. Man, it's a yearly thing. Have a little bit of fun. So at least I was doing something fun on Sunday. Just putting some bets down and watching some actual football go down.
Exactly. So lose to my guy LS.
100%, man. LS in the build now. LS and Dixon are in here, so now I definitely got to screen the chat, man. I got to screen it. So let's do this. Okay. So again, just late to the rotation. This is all on coaching. If there comes a point where you're going to be late to it, then guess what? Don't do it. Don't do it. And now here's the next one. And look, I want you guys, I had to point this out because I'm sitting there going, man, like, how are we not just ready and set? And this is the combination of not being well coached and Andy Reid being a master at what he does. So I'm going to run this through, and I just want chat. I'm going to run this through a couple times, and you guys kind of let me know if you see something. So we're playing it. It's quick snap. We just don't look ready.
Oh my God.
And now, mind you, this is already this is second half. Okay, in the first half, they ripped us on the screens, on the quick wide receiver screens. Ripped us. Right, and I'm gonna show just kind of what makes Andy Reid really good, but at the same time, what makes us very predictable on the defense. But I'm gonna run this through a couple times, and I want you guys notice something, right? It's a combination of us not being coached well, but at the same time, Andy Reid just being a master at what he is. I'm going to run through one more time, and then I'll kind of explain just what caught my eye and why the coaches and players need to be 100 times better at this. Remember, guys, hit that hashtag Raiders if you guys can. If you guys have a question, comment on the play. So there's a sequence to this. I'm going to pause it. All right. There's a sequence to this. And I want you guys to notice. You got Travis Kelce down here kind of looking at the ground, thinking, man, I'm getting an audible. I'm waiting for the adjustment. You got the left guard. I don't know if Trey Smith was still playing. I think he got hurt. Got Trey Smith frozen, pointing around, looking like I'm waiting for a call. You got the left tackle kind of sitting. I'm waiting for a call. You got the right guard sitting. I'm waiting for a cadence. Then you got Mahomes action, right? Just kind of, I might motion somebody. I might get somebody. I might see something. I'm audible, right? They're all frozen. Oh no, what they're doing is they're making sure that our defense is still trying to communicate. Watch Landon Roberts.
Yeah,
they're thinking a ball's about to go down.
Yeah.
And that's my thing is shout out to Andy Reid. This is a designed play. It's like the whole, what's that 4th and 1 play that they did where Patrick Mahomes I told you that shit's not going to work or whatever. Yeah. This is just another just really tricky, innovative move by Andy Reid. This is what makes Andy Reid look so good.
Yeah.
But this is where we look like absolute trash because we don't even see that they're just frozen and they're playing us, and we are completely unprepared for that snap.
Completely unprepared.
I mean, we go end zone view and watch it. They're all frozen. Look, he's going to freeze. They're all just they're looking around Mahomes like, oh, I'm going to audible. I'm going to motion somebody. No, I'm not going to motion anybody. You watch Mahomes put that motion in, and as soon as that motion happens, Landon Robert turns his head, and we're completely unprepared.
Yeah.
They completely outcoached us on that snap. And to me, it's like, obviously, it's on the players, but this is also coaching as well. And I'm telling you, it's like as soon as I knew there was a reason why. You even look at Malcolm Kuntz. Malcolm Kuntz doesn't look like he's ready at all. And I knew there was something about that play. Like, wait a second, why are they still trying to communicate? And then I just noticed all this action. I was like, oh, yep, Andy Reid being Andy Reid. Severe, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, man, it's embarrassing because now it's one thing to be physically overmatched, but they're just mentally whipping our ass too, and it's it's like and you would think you have Pete, who's been coaching literally since the 70s. He's been coaching for 50 years. You have Greg Olson, who I think has been coaching like 25 years. Chip Kelly, he's been coaching 30-something years, between college and the pros. Like, you have this wealth of Joe Philbin, who's been coaching since like the 80s, I believe, as well, like the 40 years. So you have this wealth of experience on your coaching staff. The last thing you expect is for a team to be mentally better than you or be more prepared than you are. Like, to catch you off guard. Like, how can you need to be on guard? Like you got geriatric coaching staff. You should be on guard at all times. Like, it doesn't make any sense, man. And like you said, that is the most troubling thing. Because if it was now not only is it a talent issue, but that can't be resolved immediately. But the fact that you are so woefully unprepared every single week, that's the worst sign of all.
100%. It's without question. Like the worst sign. That's the hardest part. Is at the end of the day, we're completely unprepared, and that is on the coaching staff. We have a lack of talent, and now we have a lack of good coaching, and we know that was part of it. But to see this, it's like, damn. So, LS, man, you're saying they weren't even properly set, caught off them off guard. Yeah, and that happened the previous 2 plays. So that's 3 plays now that we've been completely off guard, and this is all in the first half, mind you. This is what allowed them to jump up that score and jump on us early because we weren't prepared. We couldn't adjust properly, quick enough. We didn't have the right personnel in time. This is just bad coaching overall.
Yeah.
So,
Dominique.
Yeah, man. Severe, you want to say what's up? I think more people pop and say what's up to them. I'm going to get to the next play.
Yeah, Dominique. Mr. Port City, to keep it real, we just suck. No worries, though. AOC is to the rescue. Yeah, I mean, he is going to ensure that we have a top 5 pick. So thank you, AOC, for that. He is going to rescue any chance we thought we might win some games. Oh, he's going to rescue us from that. My guy, Site 5 guard. I'm a Seattle fan, and I've been watching Geno for the last couple of years. He has not looked this bad in a while. Do you guys think it's time to get rid of him? I mean, I think we're locked in for this year for sure. I think if we get rid of him next year, it's like a $18 million dead cap hit. Nothing too crazy. I think the year after that is even smaller. So we're stuck with him at least through the end of this year. So I think we're going to ride this out. As long as Pete Carroll's here, Pete Carroll's not going to abandon him. We've already seen Pete Carroll has had ample opportunities to criticize him or to pull him, and he's been very hesitant to do either of those. He still has yet to truly criticize him. He usually deflects the blame elsewhere, and says it's other things involved. And initially it was guys not being ready, and then it was a play calling, and so it's always something else. So. I don't think Pete Carroll, as long as Pete Carroll is the head coach here, which hopefully is not long, I don't think there's a chance that we get rid of Geno.
I'm with you on that. Let's see. I think there's a couple more people. Let's see. I think Severe, you had Seaport City. Jerry, say what's up?
Yeah.
Them. All right. Good deal. Kevin Lurker, real quick. Hard to watch on such a tiny screen. Yes. I wish we could do it different, man. I think you were rocking with us before. I wish we could do it different, but right now it's working, so we're not going to jinx it, man. Wish we could do it differently. Severe, you want to hit up? I think LS sent out a chat, man. Severe, you want to hit that up?
Yeah, we got. I'm not bueno. Was good. My guy LS. My bad. Here we go. On death, taxes, and the Raiders getting the worst version of anybody who comes here. Has anybody come here and improved in the last 20 years? Waller. Waller. Jared Cook. Waller. Jared Cook. Yeah. These tight ends. Waller. Jared Cook. I think we got the best version of Nelson Aguilar and Zay Jones. But most of those people were under Gruden. Gruden was the only person to get the best out of any free agent acquisition, offensively, anyways. Defensively,
that's true.
And defensively, it's been a hit or miss.
Oh, no. I mean, defensively, who was the corner with Gus Bradley that we brought in? He was with the Chargers for a long time. That we brought
Casey Hayward.
Casey Hayward got the best out of him.
Hayward, yeah.
Everybody was saying he was on the downward trend, and we brought him back to life.
That is true. That is true. He had a resurgent year.
But also, I think it was Bueno.
Caleb Monchason.
Yeah.
The defensive player of the week 2 weeks ago, I want to say, with the Patriots against the Titans too, I want to say.
Oh yeah, shot LS Emerson. Emerson was a good one too. Yeah, David Emerson. But it was like 1 year and then just fell off bad.
Completely fell off a cliff.
that was rough. Man. What we got two more. Hey, LS, appreciate you throwing out a super chat, man.
Raider Nation Jason. You don't stop with this baby Kurt. Perryman was a good one too. He had a Pro Bowl year with us.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
That's a good one. That is a good one. That's a good one.
So we got Art White, what's going on, man, in the building as well. Mopar in the building, Zach Crockett throwing it out there. Spillane. Like I think linebackers. Maybe we revive some linebackers.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Landon Roberts.
Yeah, true. Landon Roberts.
Devin White, Devin
White,
I will say Devin White looked horrible in the passing game this game. I'm telling you, they went after him 99% of the time.
Yeah.
It was horrible. So
been multiple games this year. They're just like, you know what? We don't have to do anything else but attack Devin White and Caillou Blue Kelly. Like that's multiple games. Like the teams have built their entire game plan around attacking Devin White and Caillou Blue Kelly. Like that's all we're gonna do. We're gonna do anything. And know what's so bad is that the Raiders haven't been able to adjust to it. Like the Raiders have not adjusted to it at all.
This is brutal. What up, Herman Munster in the building? What's going on, brother? Good seeing you, man. LS now name some coaches. Not happening.
Hugh the Action Man Jackson.
maybe for that 1 year. And they were like, we're done.
He had 2 years. He had
2 years. Yeah.
First year under Cable, and then the year when he was the head coach.
That's true.
And then it has not been the same for Hugh since then.
That's brutal. All right, so here the last two offensive plays are definitely going to take a look at just how teams have schemed us all year long. And Andy Reid is such a genius when it comes to offense. He exposed us, and we've seen it, and we now know when you go against good offensive coordinators, they're going to expose all day. But this is one play. It's 1st and 10. This kind of shows me that, again, it kind of goes to coaching. The player awareness needs to be there. Don't get me wrong, especially with a guy like Eric Stokes. But this is 1st and 10. This was the long catch and run by Travis Kelce down the near sideline. And you're going to kind of see this thing play out. And there just has to be better awareness. And we're into week 8, and we're not showing the awareness on the football field as plays develop. And so I'm going to kind of run this thing through. You got Travis Kelce in the yellow cleats at the top. We're going to kind of run this thing through. You'll see it. Again, I got to zoom in, so you'll kind of see how this works out. You see Travis Kelce crossing.
Oh, my God.
Hit him, gets up the sideline, right?
Is that a landing?
So it is. It's partially a Landon, but it's also partially Eric Stokes down here. And the reason why I'll say that is we clearly drop into his own coverage.
Yeah.
But as the play extends, your assignments tend to have to change.
Yeah.
Right? And so Landon Roberts should continue with Travis Kelce across the field, right? So at this point, he needs to continue. What he does is he hesitates because he sees Patrick Mahomes he might want to take off. So he hesitates for a second, right? So that's the hesitation right there. While you're hesitating, you already have a spy on Patrick Mahomes. There's no reason for that. But here's also the problem with this. This is 1st and 10. Eric Stokes, there's a reason why Xavier Worthy is sitting on the line of scrimmage, because they want to bait the flat defender.
Yeah.
It's 1st and 20. I take that back. This is after a penalty. It's 1st and 20. Eric Stokes, why the hell are you biting down on a guy sitting on the line of scrimmage? You need to continue to sink and make sure that if Patrick Mahomes wants to throw this ball, he either needs to throw it over you, or you have a chance to be able to cut this thing off if it's a bad throw, and now you can defend it and help out. But why the hell are you trying to get to the line of scrimmage on 1st and 20 when you have a crosser, when you have a deep crosser in zone coverage?
Yeah.
And so it's on two people. Landon Roberts, you need to continue with Travis Kelce. Don't step up when Mahomes wants to take off. You already have a spy on him. And Eric Stokes, don't sit on the line of scrimmage. Continue to drop and bail and get to your deepest threat. But he sinks to the flat, which I don't understand why on 1st and 20. So, again, it's just a communication thing. It's a scheme thing. It's understanding your responsibility throughout the play. Mm-hmm. So, again, Chad, hit that hashtag Raiders if you got something on this one. Severe, any thoughts on this?
So if he keeps dropping down, who should take Xavier Worthy, or who should be?
That's a throw and swarm. So give up that throw all day long. It's 1st and 20. So give up that throw.
Give up 7 yards or whatever it is.
It's gonna take time for that ball to get there. And now you got Eric Stokes, you got Devin White to swarm and just collapse on that football. And that's perfectly fine. But the way that Eric Stokes is positioning himself, he sees the crosser coming. Yeah. Or at least he should be seeing it. I don't know if his eyes are – I actually feel like his eyes are glued on Mahomes, because when Mahomes starts to get in that throwing motion, he sinks down to Worthy.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't care on 1st and 20. I don't care about someone sitting on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Continue to get depth, and you see that crosser coming across the field, and it's not like it's Noah Gray. It's Travis Kelce. You know Mahomes is going to want to go to Travis Kelce. And so understand the personnel that's coming your way as well. Eric Stokes, continue to sink, get depth, and cut this pass off. I could care less about it, Worthy. Yeah. So,
yeah.
But instead, you let them rip off basically a 35, almost 40-yarder, and now they're on our side of the field. Like it's just the positional awareness on certain plays. And I'd get it if it was man coverage. If it was man coverage, it might be a little different, but you're clearly in his own coverage. On 1st and 20, understand the down and distance, and don't give up a long-ass play like that. If they dump it off to Worthy, I guarantee you maybe he gets 7 yards if we just secure the tackle.
Yeah.
I'll take 7 yards as opposed to 35 down the sideline.
Yeah, 2nd and 13.
So that's the part that just bothers me with that play. And again, you get the Chiefs in a situation that you want. You get them in a 1st and 20, and then you give up a play like that. You're never going to win games against good offensive coordinators and good offensive personnel playing football like that.
No. Yeah. Yeah, it's rough. My question to you fellas: if Pete Biden doesn't win more than AP team 4 wins, do you fire him in year 1? He's 75 with dementia. Well, Tommy Motta, we hired him when he was 73 with early onset dementia, so I don't think we're gonna fire him yet. Mark Davis has come out and said or expressed that he's not going to fire him after the season. Is that the vote of confidence, which has been generally the kiss of death for a lot of coaches? It could be, but with our string recently of firing coaches after a year and some change, it would not bode well for us acquiring a future coaching candidate if we fire yet another coach after just 1 year. So our best bet, our only hope is that Pete Carroll, maybe through some coercion, but hopefully of his own free will, decides to just step away from the game.
That's best case scenario. LS Tommy Moto, I see you down there. Come on, this film makes me want to pop his Xanax. I know. I would try going through the entire thing. This is wild. But LA saying, is that a lack of trust in teammates or a lack of understanding what others are doing within the play? I think it's a lack of understanding down and distance, to be dead honest with you. Eric Stokes has to understand it's 1st and 20. I could care less if you hit a guy on the line of scrimmage. Give up the guy on the line of scrimmage and swarm. And even if you go back and look, Xavier Worley was hugging the sideline. So you actually have a third defender. Not only do you have Eric Stokes coming up, you got Devin White, but you also can play that sideline, force him to the sideline, and push him out of bounds. And so I think it's just a lack of awareness of the down and distance in the situation. And so to me, Orlando Roberts, you can't bite on Patrick Mahomes wanting to run the ball when you have a spy. You also have to continue with Travis Kelce because it's Travis Kelce. But Eric Stokes, understand the down and distance. So I think it's a combination of a lot of things, but Eric Stokes has to understand. 1st and 20, don't sit on the flats. It just doesn't make any sense. All right, next up, here we go. So this is just very undisciplined. Prior to this, I believe this might have been the second series of the game. Prior to this, they ran they ran 6 wide receiver quick screens total. 2 were unsuccessful. 4, they gained some yards. Now they started to understand what our defense was going to react to on these quick screens. All right. And this is the one where they basically tried to they faked a quick screen and they hit us up the sideline. And this is all on Kai Blue Kelly.
Yeah.
Because I think if you look at Jeremy Chin, I think that he was actually looking for basically a tight end release kind of going up the seam. But Kai Blue, I think this is on him. I don't know what the communication was supposed to be. But
it's all him.
But this is how a good offensive coordinator sequences plays together, right? You run a play knowing that you have a counter to it. And this was Andy Reid's counter. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful setup by him. So they ran about 6 wide receiver screens, set it up, Kai Blue bites, bang, you get him up the sideline. So, and what's even worse is we actually gave up a little bit of a cushion. It wasn't like we were pressing the line of scrimmage. It's not like Devin White and Kai Blue are up on the line of scrimmage and you're creating a massive gap. No, they bit so hard on that wide receiver screen. Watch the action out of both of these two. They bite so hard on that screen that Andy Reid saw that on the last 6 screens that they ran and knew, I'm going to get them. And sure as shit, they got him. Yeah. And it's just very undisciplined football. And I show that one because the one I just showed about Eric Stokes as well as Leonard Roberts, it's just undisciplined football. Any thoughts on that one, sir?
Yeah, man. And at that point, when they kind of got you on your heels and they got you guessing, that's when they got you. When you're reacting to what they're doing and you're not, then you're kind of at their mercy because at that point, they kind of knew how like you already said, they beat us 4 times with it. So at this point, they know we're going to bite hard on it because we're expecting it. So, and that's what Andy Reid does. He puts you in these situations where he creates conflict and then he uses that to his advantage where you don't know whether you should bite down hard on this wide receiver screen and try to get the receiver in the backfield, or it's almost and that's what screens are designed to do. They're designed to take advantage over aggressive defensive players. Whether that's over aggressive pass rusher with running back screens, or obviously in that case it's over aggressive DBs who are in a rush to try to get to that wide receiver. And then they let a guy who was supposed to be a would-be blocker, they let that guy just basically get a damn near free release, and it bites us.
It does, without question. And Tommy Motor, you're saying who would be Pete Bytes' fall guy? Chip, PG, his son Brendan Carroll, best online coach in the league.
Oh, He's gonna be Chip. That was Chip for sure. Because if he gets rid of Chip, then he can just easily promote Brennan to OC. So Chip's gonna be the first fall guy.
That's wild. Which, if that truly is the fall guy, then in my opinion, again, I always thought that Chip Kelly was going to be, that was the plan to be the successor of Pete Carroll as Chip, like the highest paid offensive coordinator. You brought him in from college, blah, blah, blah. Like, I always thought that essentially could have been the plan moving forward. Bro, if that ends up being the actual plan, I don't know what I'm going to do. We will come on here and go live, and it will be the biggest shit show you have ever seen in your life.
Oh, my God. Watch.
If Brennan Carroll gets elevated as the offensive coordinator, Chip Kelly goes, buckle up, chat. Like, we'll have a fun one. We are just going to make it fun. That's what we're going to do. LS, Kai Blue Kelly is the lifeguard who can't swim.
Man.
It's brutal. It is brutal without question. Elegant, what's going on, brother? Appreciate you popping in with us. That's a wild theory, LS, man. It is wild. Okay, and then last offensive play. All right, hold on. Let's see. No, last defensive play. Then we got just a couple offensive plays real quick. So here's the thing. I just got done showing a shit ton, or not, the example of you run a ton of offensive quick screens with receivers, and then all of a sudden they can counter you, right? But here's the thing. This is also second quarter. What happens when you run a bunch of quick screens, and they didn't just run them out a bunch. They ran quick screens out of a spread formation. But now, what do? They run a 3-by-1 set. You got trips up top. You got a single receiver at the bottom. But because they've been running a lot of quick screens, now when you run quick screens out of a spread formation, it forces these linebackers to have to get out of the box early. When you're finding success with quick screens in spread out formations, these linebackers no longer can be true linebackers and take that check step to make sure that you get downhill and support the run. Now you're trying to get to the sideline quick. And this is what happens. Watch the action of the linebackers. They're nowhere to be found at the line of scrimmage as true linebackers. Now they're trying to get to the sideline. Now they're trying to check to make sure, it's not a quick screen, because Mahomes gets that ball out quick. And this is how you get exposed. And that's the result of being weak on the screens, them exposing you the way they do. And now the linebackers, even the linebackers in the box, have to get out of the box quick and help out. And now you create a running lane as massive as you want it to be.
Yeah.
So,
in just that split second, it was just a hesitation.
That's it. And they only gained, 5-6 yards. But the thing is, now they're ahead of the sticks. Now it's a 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3, as opposed to what you want to be is like a 2nd and 8, 2nd and 10. Exactly. And so that's just the result. It's just one thing I want to show. That's the result of being susceptible to certain plays. And now Andy Reid being just as good as he is, now spread them out. Linebackers got to bail quick instead of being true linebackers. And now they can't support the run. And now you're depending on just your front four to make plays.
Yeah.
And it's never a recipe for success.
Yeah, Andy Reid has you on the string at that point.
God, it sucks. So we'll jump over to the offense side. All right, just a couple on the defense, just a couple on the offense as well.
There wasn't too many to choose from.
Oh, God, everything was just ugly. I was like...
Yeah, 30 total plays. Like, they didn't have a whole lot to.
Right.
Was it a smorgasbord of offensive plays?
So again, guys, if you can't double tap that screen, we're trying to bring you some of this game film. We do it in this way because obviously some of y'all know what happened last time. So we appreciate y'all. Double tap that screen if you can. Hit that like button. Subscribe. You got the Severe Raider. I'm 805 Raider, Real Talk Raider Nation. Chris can't be with us today. He's 1/3 of the Raider War Room. After this, go hit up Protect the Show podcast. Couldn't be with us, but he'll rock with us this upcoming weekend. But if you guys don't know, we break down game film. We're going to keep doing it as long as we can rock out with it. But we hit you up after the game as well, just to give you a post game recap. So we definitely appreciate it. But we're breaking down some film right now. Yeah, Ellis, offense won't take long. No, I'm with you. So we're gonna jump to the offense real quick. And here's the thing that I'm not really happy about is the fact that you can see that they're scripted plays. This is the first play. This is the first drive of the game, and they're scripted plays. This is a quick screen. Why the hell aren't we at least giving Geno the option to hand off this football? So it's a quick screen to the outside. One, it's a very bad read because we're completely outmanned at the point of attack. But if I go back, my bad. Let me run all the way through. My bad. Genty, this isn't, you're not even giving Geno the option to hand off this ball, even with the action of the pulling guard and tackle. And now we're completely outmanned at the point of attack. We're 3 defenders on 1 blocker. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. All right. So you look at it here, you look at the action of the pulling guard, pulling tackle. You actually could have handed off this ball and actually have a potential for Genty to rip off a couple yards. But what happens? You throw this quick screen, and this is what we see: 3-on-1 to the screen. That makes no sense to me. So you're not even giving Geno the option to basically count the numbers on offense, right? At the end of the day, it's a numbers game. Where's your leverage? Where's it not? And we'll go back up to the big screen, or we'll go back up to the sky view one more time. But you see the pull action. This tells me Geno doesn't even have the option. Look at Genty. Who are you fooling with that? You're not holding anybody. You're not going to hold linebackers, nothing. Yeah. But you actually have 2 pulling guards, or 2 linemen. You got a kick out block here. You got 70 leading through. You can pull Genty 1-on-1 with the corner.
Yeah.
But you don't even give it that option.
Yeah.
Let me go back real quick. You don't even give the option for this to develop here. I understand the ball is out. But can you imagine Genty getting this ball and he actually has an opportunity at the top of the screen, at the top of the play, 1-on-1 with the corner? Like, give him the option.
Yeah. Oh, go back some. I want to see that real quick.
I'll run all the way through.
It would be nice right there. And this is something Andy Reid. I mean, and maybe it's something. Well, obviously we didn't get an opportunity there, but they bit kind of hard on that screen. That's like an opportunity for you to sneak Trey Tucker up the seam.
Yeah, I don't know if we went back to it. I don't think we did.
Right, didn't have an opportunity to.
I know, right?
They had 8 more plays after this. Like,
that's true.
But like they bit super hard. You said Trey Tucker up the seam. That's they could go for 6.
And here's the thing. It's a numbers game, right? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We motion running, right? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We pull 5, 6. We got 6 on 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. It's a numbers game. We have the leverage to the play side, to the strong side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 against 1, 2, 3. Or there's one guy hiding. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have the numbers, but we don't even give Geno the opportunity to potentially hand off that football. So this is, to me, why I'm sitting there going, we just need better variety in this offense and give Geno a little bit of flexibility. But
do you think that Geno has a opportunity to check or to make a check in that situation, to check to a run if he sees numbers?
See, for me, it shouldn't. Based on Genty's action, I don't think he has the option. I think this is a called screen to Runyon, and that's the play call. And it's only because of Genty. Now, if it was a true fake handoff, if Geno and Genty were close enough to actually have a mesh point, so I'll pause it. Like Geno looks like he just bails out of it. He doesn't even go with the fake. He just gets that ball, settles, and he's about to throw.
Yeah.
So.
It's not even a good fake. It's like the ball skills there are terrible.
I mean, it's like when I saw it, I'm sitting there going, "Holy shit! You had the numbers to hand off that ball to our number 6 overall pick.
Yeah,
you could have had him 1-on-1 with the corner, but we don't do it, and we never went back to it. Again, 30 plays, yes, maybe we had the opportunity, but never even went back to it.
Yeah,
and to me, that's all coaching.
Yeah. You at least got to give them the option to at least have a kill call in that situation where you kill that play, you check to the actual run itself, and then you run it, and then let's say you kill it and you check the run itself, you can still leave yourself the option to, hey, you know what? If I don't like what I see, I can still pull this thing and throw it.
Yeah. But again, in MG's what's going on, man. You're saying, let's just call it Geno sucks. But kind of to Severe's point, the question is like, does Geno even have the opportunity to hand off that ball? And based on the action with Genty, I don't think it's an option.
Doesn't look like it. For sure not. For sure not with the play call as it stands. Because Genty didn't even really make a true effort to try like he already knew what the assignment was. Like he didn't make a true effort to try to grab the ball. Geno didn't make a true effort to make it look like a handoff. It was just a straight called screen. And I don't know what they saw in film study or whatever it was. Like they didn't have the numbers to that side. It was just poor play call, poor execution, bad read.
So the action of the offensive line tells me there should have been a run option to it. It's already designed in.
Yeah.
But doesn't have the opportunity to do it. So, it is what it is. Again, we're kind of pointing out, obviously we have lack of talent, but the coaching isn't helping either. We just showcased the defense and we're kind of looking at the offense. A few more, and this one's just, to me, it's just a bad play design. A pet peeve of mine is when I see plays drawn up where you put players in situations that they have no chance of success. Let's put it that way. And that's a pet peeve of mine. We've shown it where we're asking tight ends and receivers to block defenders that are literally 4 yards inside of them on line of scrimmage, and you're not even giving them the angle to make that block. And that's a pet peeve of mine. And then whenever I design plays, whenever I design offensive plays, I made sure that this player it makes sense for this player to be able to get to their block.
Exactly.
On this play, you got Trey Tucker that motions in, bounces back out. You tell me, one, they should have released another blocker, but you tell me if Besh has any chance at getting to the guy he's supposed to block. Besh needs to get to this corner.
Mm-hmm.
Besh doesn't stand a chance. And I think it's poorly designed play. Why? Because Trey Tucker is widened out so far at his spot. Besh will never get there.
Yeah.
I'll play it one more time through. It just typically what you would want to see, and I'll point out here in just a second. Like Besh is never going to get there. So typically what you see out of this is you'll see basically a fake handoff that will freeze this linebacker. It freezes this linebacker. It could potentially freeze this linebacker here. You just have that action, right? And all you do is you just send Trey Tucker on a bubble because you don't want this corner to extend for any reason. The only reason why you run a wide receiver screen somewhat in tight is because you want to expose the sideline. You have distance between the corner and the sideline. You got all this room up here. Yeah. So you don't want any action to force this defense to extend to the sideline.
Yeah.
But by this motion, you're extending the corner. The motion you bring it in, you bring Tucker back out. What does the corner do? He extends.
Yeah. Yeah. And like you said, to the wide side of the field, that's a bad play call. I mean, also, like, do you think that Trey Tucker drifted too much on that play as well?
He could have.
Because it looked like he should stay a little bit tighter, and that way, if he does stay a little bit tighter, it does give Jack Besh a better angle at trying to make that block. But when you're that wide, then you basically give up the entire angle. Yeah,
Tommy Motor, you're saying, please read my stat. One pass beyond the line of scrimmage. Thanks, Geno. You're the best. It was a rough game for everybody. Yes, without question. But again,
put you guys in a better position, though.
And here's the thing is, if you want to run this, that's fine. But you also have a tight end sitting down here. So I'm going to run this through. And if you keep Trey Tucker in tight, if you bubble him out at the snap.
Oh, you see, my bad. Let me go back. I think if he catches that ball inside the numbers, you have a chance.
Yeah. Now, if he does, check this out. You have Mayer sticking in and blocking. That block does nothing.
Nothing.
The block does absolutely nothing to this play.
Nothing.
So what do? Is you imagine if Trey Tucker bubbles out from here. Don't motion him. Don't get all fancy and do that tricky shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just bubble him out for here, which means he does catch that ball right around the numbers.
Yeah.
If he bubbles it out and just drifts, he catches at the numbers. Besh, go get the corner. Mayer,
I'll get that.
Punch and go get this linebacker. And now you have Tucker. He could either, if Besh hooks this corner, take the sideline and go. Yeah. If Besh kicks him out, you got that tunnel coming back underneath.
Yeah.
But you get fancy with it and you let Trey Tucker drift his ass out. And now you give a perfect angle for that corner to blow his ass up. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's bad. It's bad play calling. It's bad play. Bad play design.
And you're right. Maybe Tucker drifted too far. Maybe you're right. But at the end of the day, it's like, I'm sure you repped it and it just didn't work. It looked good in practice somehow, you know. But I hate the play design because Besh will never get to that corner and be able to make that block. And obviously, guess who's blown his ass up. Now, here's the thing. Geno had one of the best, deep balls in the game last year, right? Yeah. To me, I feel like this is a missed opportunity. This is 3rd and 8. No, 3rd and 9, roughly. We decided to go to Jack Besh down here at a simple out route. I think he has Trey Tucker. Why he doesn't pull the trigger on this, I don't know. We got Deontay Thornton. He's got speed. He's got no obstruction. No one jamming up the line of scrimmage. To me, I feel like he had opportunity to get Deontay Thornton. It's just a missed opportunity. So you see Deontay Thornton right here.
Oh, yeah.
Safety's not in position. You throw him to restack this corner. Throw him on top of his numbers. He can restack this corner, get on top with the speed. I think it's an opportunity for a deep ball, and Geno just doesn't pull it. Safety's not even in position. All right, Geno has to throw this ball to where you move Deontay Thornton more in line with the numbers, maybe outside the numbers.
Yeah,
that's an opportunity, and he missed them.
Yeah, is there a play action? Is there a play? Was there a play? Were there run action on that? I didn't see
no, it wasn't because it was 3rd and 8.
Okay.
So it was just a straight drop back. And so,
oh yeah, I see it now. Yeah. I just don't think. I think at this point he just doesn't. First of all, that's my pet peeve is you throw shorter sticks. Like I hate throwing shorter sticks.
Oh God, yeah.
Like unless you're creating, unless you're doing something with your route combinations that creates some yak opportunity, then okay, I can see you throw shorter sticks, but you're creating opportunity for a guy to get run out the catch. But there's no opportunity for run out the catch on that play when you're throwing an out route to your least athletic wide receiver, on 3rd and 8. So obviously no opportunity for that. I just don't think he trusts. I don't think he trusts Deontay Thornton. The route by Trey Tucker was pretty lazy too. I mean, it was like how you have the guy leverage. How do you still you're supposed to be one of the fastest guys in the league. The guy's still on your hip, and I just don't think that their trust is there with Deontay Thornton at all.
I'm with you. Boyden, you're saying Geno's lost all confidence throwing to the closest guy, even if he's in double coverage. Isaiah, sorry ass route by Besh. And Besh isn't the best route runner either.
No, that's supposed to be one of his strengths too. And it's like,
yeah. There was one that I wanted to show Deontay Thornton running a slant route. It's probably one of the worst slant routes I've seen.
Oh my God, yeah. That route, but I didn't even look at the route by Besh. That was pretty nasty. That was pretty. Yeah. Oh my goodness! Like you're an NFL player, man. Like this isn't TCU.
I'm telling you.
Come on, man. He's trying to do like he's trying to do the slide, but he doesn't have the quicks for it. So
he doesn't.
He doesn't look the same.
And at the end of the day, get to the goddamn sticks.
Yeah.
Like what? I don't know what route that is on 3rd and 8.
Yeah.
So it's tough.
I'd rather him just be physical out of that. I'd rather him just be physical out of that break. I'd rather him just say, you know what? Just be physical. Just you do what you do. Be physical out of that break. Don't try to shimmy, shake. You just get to whatever little stem there is there. Get physical on the break outside. Hopefully, your physicality gets you enough space where you can, get upfield and get 8. But he's trying to do this like this is not your game, man. This is not your game.
It's not. And here's this one showing just a little bit of what we've seen in the past since preseason, just the predictability. But here's the thing: is watch the way that the Chiefs defense adjusts to us. And we saw it in weeks past. I think I showed it against the Commanders. I think I showed it against the Bears, where we're kind of spread out here. But the moment you run motion, and now if you run motion with the outside receiver, now you're into a bunch set. Now you're motioning into a bunch set. And what does that mean? 9 times out of 10, it's a run. And what happens? Here comes the defense.
Yeah.
Safety comes up flying. Linebackers walk up. They know what our tendencies are. We've been showing it since preseason.
Yeah.
But what do? They bounce it back out. They see it, and they adjust. And now we pass the ball. So now all of a sudden we motion back out to a spread formation, and they knew, bang, it's pass. We're so damn predictable on offense that I don't even know what to do anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the hard part. All right, we go ahead and we complete it here. It was a flag. But just watching the adjustment.
That was third down play, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a third down play.
Yeah, so I remember. I remember that. That's second drive. Second drive, was that the second drive?
Yeah, that was early.
Yeah, second drive. I want to say I remember that. Yeah.
But look, at the end of the day, if our talent isn't great, we cannot be this predictable. And I'm just showing one play to just show that predictability. But motion in, they adjust, they fly up, knowing that that's our tendency. Oh, you want to spread it back out? Let's all drop, and we complete it. But it's just showing that, man, defenses know what the hell we're doing. And that doesn't help out the offensive line. That doesn't help out our receivers. Nothing. It doesn't help out Geno.
Yeah.
So,
see, but I was watching something on the coach because I was seeing because Shane Steichen does the same thing where he runs these bunch sets, and he usually there's a motion with Caleb Downs, and but they've been successful running out of it. Now, obviously, it looks a little different when you have Quentin Nelson and Jonathan Taylor and you're doing it.
Yeah, right.
But it doesn't seem. But they have to be doing because it showed it a few times. But there has to be something else that they're doing throughout the game because like teams weren't like just instantly biting like, oh, it's run. So they have to be doing other stuff throughout the game where it's like, you know what, we have to respect the pass here. We can't just automatically jump on it being a run play because they've passed out of here before. And that's obviously Chip isn't doing it with any kind of consistency, or we're not having enough success when we are doing it to make teams respect us and our ability to pass out of these sets because, like it's we're like every time it's a run play, they're biting hard. They're biting down hard.
They are, without question. And so here's going to be the last one. And we've shown it in the past, and it looks like there is. We're in a bunch set. There is a receiver down below. And look, we actually get some yards here, all right? Right? A broken clock is right twice a day, right? So we do get some yards here. Bunch set, a little bit of motion action, but I think this is where the confusion comes in because our interior offensive line gets blown up. Don't get me wrong. We get blown up on the interior, which is tough. But it's also the design of our runs. We've pointed out multiple times in preseason, these past games, at the beginning of the season, where the run design concept just doesn't make any sense. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to motion Trey Tucker, right? Now this motion, all this motion is supposed to do is either supposed to hold this D end or make this linebacker freeze because it might be play action. It might be a boot coming back, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Right? It's supposed to freeze him. It doesn't freeze anybody.
Yeah.
Then I call it a slice, but it's more of a split zone concept. But you're slicing Michael Mayer down the line of scrimmage to potentially kick out this defensive end that you're already trying to freeze and hold based off of Trey Tucker's motion. So you're basically trying to double team someone on the back end, but it doesn't even work because I think Michael Mayer is just kind of confused. Now, again, we get pushbacks. It's rough, but I don't even know if Michael Mayer knows exactly what he's supposed to be doing, because even though our offensive line gets pushed back, Michael Mayer just kind of wraps around and blocks somebody just a different color. That's all he does. And we've seen it out of our tight ends where they're pulling, they're doing stuff, and I don't even know if they know what the hell they're doing half the time.
Yeah.
So
I remember I think we got a flag for holding on this play, right?
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, but I think he came out the very next play and got like 8 yards again. But it was third down. I want to say that last play, and we ended up punting.
But we've seen it before where you're basically, yes, don't get me wrong, we gain yards. Again, a broken clock is wrong twice a day. But the thing is, you're pulling Trey Tucker over, and then you're pulling Michael Mayer across the line of scrimmage, and it's not convincing anybody. We have to stop. We got to stop trying to be just more, I guess, fancy than we need to be. And at the end of the day, just run right at these goddamn defenses. So, and because we suck at running and we suck at passing, no one honors it. No one honors the motion. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just,
if you suck at running and passing, you're sure. It's like there's not much you can do at that point.
Like, what did the motion do? What did Trey Tucker do?
Fantastic at punting. We are fantastic at punting.
I know, fantastic.
You do anything.
But what did the motion do? Did it convince anybody on the backside? Nothing.
Because that's the thing. We have to give them something to like. We have to give them something to respect. There's never a payoff, then like it's never going to be a situation where they have to respect it, because they know like we're not worried about that motion, because that's just window dressing. There's never going to be any payoff to this motion. They're never going to do anything off of this motion. Like, so I hope we aren't saving it. Like, we're like one of these days we're gonna bust out this play and we're gonna hit this. Like, no, bro, this is the time. Like, if this was your rainy day play, motherfucker, it's a monsoon outside. Like, use it. Like, it's I don't know what we're doing, man. I don't know what we're doing.
It's tough. The only last thing I want to point out, and I was going to point this out, and this isn't the reason why he got benched, but this is the thing that we've seen with JPJ a lot. It was JPJ. He's just really bad at the point of attack when he has to go block somebody. He lunges so much. And when you lunge as an offensive lineman, even a blocker in general, you're going to get caught off balance. And he does it all the time. It's horrible technique. We've pointed out in the preseason. We've pointed out in the regular season where he just lunges. He doesn't maintain his base. It's not about – I love the mentality of him wanting to smash somebody. I love it. Okay? But it's not always about just killing somebody. It's about making sure that you have leverage and you can attach to them. The one thing an offensive lineman does not want is create distance between me and the defender. I want him in my chest. So here's the last one. JPJ's down here at the bottom. He tries to go get, a good linebacker and watch him lunge. And he misses. He's got to stop lunging.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
Especially guys like guys like that aren't going to like. They're not going to take you on physically. Like, they know better than to try to just play, immovable object versus, unstoppable for it. Like, they're not going to play that game with you. They're going to use their quickness against you. And that's what he did. He just essentially just,
laid his ass. Yep. So that was kind of it. That's kind of breaking down the offensive side a little bit. Again, a whole 4 plays, I think it was. So, not a whole lot to choose from. But, again, I'll just reiterate. Even though JPJ had a rough game, he had some really good plays. But the thing is that never should have been benched for Kappa. That's the wild thing. So, look, couldn't get to some of the other topics, but I want to jump on and just kind of showcase a little bit. Look, our talent's rough, but our coaching cannot aid in the struggles that we're having. And we're seeing it on both offense and defense, and that's got to be corrected. The coaching staff has to check their ass. This last week, during the bye week, they need their come-to-Jesus moment. So as much as these players got to work hard and get their shit straight, this coaching staff has to get their shit straight as well. And so, just want to kind of showcase that, man. But hey, we got the Jags coming up, but we just want, hey, they didn't shut us down. So maybe this will work. That's a good thing. So we appreciate everybody, man. So, hey, we're going to jump out. We're going to get out of here. We talked a little bit about Tyler Lockett. But we appreciate everybody that rocked out with us. We hopefully you enjoyed some of the game film. We're going to keep trying to rock it this way, as long as everything checks out, and we're going to have a good time, man. So we appreciate everybody that rocked with us. Severe, man, let everybody know what you got going on throughout the week and your late night lives with Pharaoh. Jesus Christ.
Exactly. You guys know what it is, man. The Severe Raider here on YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok, IG, X, everywhere. The Severe Raider. Rocking on with my guys, in the Raider Rule Room, Chris Protect the Shield, 805 Raider. Sundays and Wednesdays, obviously. In the late show with my guy PharoahNFL. That's Tuesdays and Thursdays, 50-50 show and Around the Shield. Man, I just wanted to hit you guys this Monday, but there's a certain 74-year-old coach that sent an assassin after me. And they just destroyed my car in the middle of the night, man. So but this Monday I should be back with you guys, man. So tap in with your boy, man. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button on both of our channels. Also head over to my guy Chris from Protect the Shield. Give him a sub, and all three of us have memberships. For the very, very low price of $2.99. You can get all the exclusive content that's going to be coming your way very, very soon. So make sure y'all tap in.
100%, man. Hey, and I appreciate everybody that's rocking out. Like Severe said, we appreciate our subscribers. We do a sub-only chat to show our appreciation. We appreciate all of our members that have just come out to support the channels. At the same time, we appreciate the super chats. People that are throwing super chats out there, we definitely appreciate it. I know it's a crazy season. The season's not going how we want it, but all you guys that continue to rock with us, we appreciate it. We do it for you guys because obviously we don't want to be talking to nobody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I like Severe a lot, but I don't know if I'm just going to be talking to Severe this whole time. Definitely the chat helps us out, and we appreciate you guys.
Time out, LS. We like to strike that comment from the record.
That means that's our time to get the hell out of here. But yeah, man, Brim Blood, man, I appreciate you. Hey, we appreciate everybody rocking again. The subscribers, the members, even people just viewing, all the super chats. We appreciate y'all. Make sure you hit that notification bell because we are going to hit you after the game. Just give you our post-game reaction. But it does look like we might be doing a little bit more film as the season goes on. So appreciate you guys. Double tap that screen before we get out of here. Hit that like button. Subscribe. 805 Raider, the Severe Raider. Also, Chris, we're the Protect Show podcast, man. So appreciate you guys. Have a good one. We'll see you on the next one. We're out of here.